This week, we cover 2 different proposed initiatives aimed at revising site policies or pages, as well as some exciting ongoing developments in the world of SCP gaming. We also have SCP author and staff member YossiPossi on to talk with us and play some games.
Christmas Yossi.
Since our last episode, I ate your soul. Scooped it out and ate it. Nothing remains of you but an undead husk, acting out humanity, living a fast meal of your life, but without the spark, the meaning, the light behind the eyes that makes the rest of us truly human. The rest of us, but not you. Not anymore.
That's dark, Cassie. You feeling all right?
Nightfall on lit up shores. Kids on their skateboards. You stepping up to me. To keep, two on a tightrope, on, off, and on again, clinging to slight hope, on, off, and on again. If I'm a snowstorm, you're driving into me, it's keeping us warm, on, off, and on. I've lost my head and my common sense, but we already know.
I'm Kelsey.
I'm Cassie.
And I'm Noli. The K is silent. And this is SCP Weekly.
Now with fiber. What have we been up to for the last couple of weeks?
Fucking retail in the Christmas season.
It's almost over.
Oh no. You know what happens after Christmas?
Returns.
After Christmas comes New Year's sales. After New Year's sales, you get a little bit of, hey, it's after Christmas and New Year's sales. And then there's a little bit of returns, and then Valentine's Day.
Ooh.
Yeah. I work with jewelry. That's a lot of fun.
Don't give him the stick.
One of the women who harassed me out of Pandora almost got into a fucking fist fight with a customer today. I'm gonna laugh at that for a long time.
They probably deserved it.
Fantastic. What about you, Nolan?
Food service during the holidays. Mainly, just been, working, doing catering deliveries whenever, they bother to order instead of just, coming to pick it up.
How dare.
Yeah, mainly it's been to businesses, and they can be a lot. Like, yesterday we had a $3,000 catering order to the Target that's like a few minutes away. And no tip. Not a single dollar was tipped to me.
As the person being catered to, I have never thought to tip my caterer. I have not ever thought to tip my caterer.
You always tip the staff.
Yeah,
if there is no staff, the caterer.
The person like buying the catering, like the person ordering the catering, that's when I tip.
Why? The person doing the ordering and not the servers?
No, I tipped the whole catering job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said the person doing the ordering.
You mean the person who delivers it and sets it up, or
I'm the one doing the ordering. I'm the one ordering the catering.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Like, if I'm the one ordering the catering,
yes,
then I tip.
Okay.
But like, at least like if you're not gonna be there, set some money aside so that the others there can give them that tip.
Or it's at least included in the
that's
charge.
what I gotta change, because like, That's what I'm saying. Like, I include the tip in the payment for the catering. And if the caterers, like, I gotta ask and make sure, like, hey, is this going to the wait staff who is like serving the catering, or is this going to the people who just took the order? I don't know. I need to make sure of that.
Kelsey, what have you been up to?
I've been doing some self-care stuff.
Oh, like bubble baths and boxed wine?
Yeah, we'll say that. Really, like, doing the deep dive stuff, like, okay, what do I need to stop doing? Because this should make you happy, Cassie. I've come to the realization that I'm doing too much.
Hey!
Enough people have told me you're doing too much that finally it got through this thick skull of mine.
I literally told you that the other day.
Yeah.
And I bet your wife has been
like,
telling you that a lot longer than the rest of us.
No, she's an enabler. She's such an enabler.
You can also buy a boat and sail people around the Bahamas. It's fine.
She's the only person. The other day when you said everybody says Kelsey Y and nobody says Kelsey no, she listened to that episode and she was like, I say Kelsey no. I'm the one who's in. She does. She does. She is my voice of reason.
Oh, that is true love right there.
Yeah. So that's kind of also the reason for the direction I want to take with Smooth Cadence Productions is it takes me out of the doing quite so much, and it puts more of the systems in place. Is like we can do this the same way every single time. I just need more team to
less
come
of the
in.
doing, more of the having.
Yeah, not necessarily even the having, but less of the doing and more of the giving people a space to do it. Like, hey, I know you want to do this. Come in here and you can do it in this space. You can create the stuff that you want to create. You can write the stuff that you want to write. You can draw the stuff that you want to draw.
Want to do. That's
fine. Yeah.
It's like how we went up to Montague and we were just like, do you want to write dick jokes for us? And they were like, sign me up.
Dick joke.
There isn't a single dick joke in this script now. I'm kind of disappointed.
This is
oh, that's right. It's Hawked.
Yeah, this is a Hawk script. So we'll talk about that later.
I need Montague's
I can tell that now.
With 100% more dick jokes, which needs at least
that's
one.
So next week I've already pulled some Montague stuff and plugged it into the next week's script, and it was just a matter of timing because I was able to get a hold of Hawk earlier in the week and be like, hey, let's do this. And then Montague, we're set on Do Not Disturb. So I got a hold of Montague later in the week. There was just a lot less time left. So moving forward, there's going to be 2 weeks for staff writers. And that's what we're talking about for people who are listening. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? God damn it. This is one of the things that I need to stop doing is writing the scripts for these episodes. And so I brought on 2 staff writers.
Nice.
We have, and I think two of A tier SCP long form writers, Montague, etc. And I don't even know how to say his name for like Hawk77X. I call him Hawk. But the Hawk and Montague are on board as staff writers for the show.
Nice.
Yeah. And now a review.
The following post was removed from r/theatre on 17 December 2023 by a Foundation AIC.
Holy shit, guys. I just had the best theater experience of my entire life. It started when I saw a flyer for some kind of play by my university's drama club. I didn't really pay attention to the name. The important thing is that it was on a Sunday night when my brother was coming home to visit my parents. I had an excuse to get out of the house, or else I would have to spend all night listening to him talk about his stupid job and his stupid girlfriend and his stupid computer science degree. And I get it, Jeffrey, you're better than me. You're better than everyone else. Please just shut up. Anyways, I told my parents I had to go to the performance as a part of an extra credit assignment. It wasn't that crowded when I got there. I was kind of off on my own in one corner. The play was some kind of old Victorian thing, like maybe Shakespeare or something. I don't know. It was about this king who killed another king, and then a bunch of Game of Thrones shit happened, and anyways, the important part was at the end. They killed the bad guy, and then all the main characters started killing each other. I didn't really understand why. Probably would have if I'd been paying more attention, but, well, everything was in Old English. You know how that is. I got an alert on my phone right as the rest of the cast was hanging themselves. It was a text from my stupid brother saying he hoped I was having fun in my place. Oh, annoying. Anyways, when I looked back up, the entire fucking audience had started to beat the shit out of each other. Like, it really looked like they were trying to kill each other. This old lady stabbed some guy in the throat. There was a massive spurt of blood. I was pissing my pants. I sort of hid down in front of the seat in front of me and kind of peeked over the seats while it looked like everyone was freaking murdering each other. It died down after a minute. Everyone was still, like they were dead. I looked around confused for a second, but then I realized that was all a part of the show, wasn't it? And once I realized that the effects were friggin' amazing. Like, all the blood looked so real. I looked around to see if there was anyone else appreciating it, but everyone else was still. And I was like, holy shit. That entire thing was some kind of performance art thing just for me. Once I realized this, I started fucking clapping, man. Totally worth the boring-ass play I had to sit through before it all happened. I do have one other complaint, though. Throughout the whole play, there was this guy in some kind of weird ninja mummy outfit. I think he was a stagehand or something. A couple of times he handed the characters props and, like, there was no attempt to hide the fact that he was there. Even he kind of redeemed himself in the end, though. Once everyone else was dead, he was just fucking standing there on stage, staring at me. Like he was fucking pissed at me. Like, absolutely pissed. It was so creepy. Fucking best play I have ever seen in my whole life, by far. 10 out of 10. Amazing.
And now, on-site news.
A new site policy codifying and clarifying how administrative fiat can be used by site admins. According to its author, Prismal, the new site policy is intended to precisely define what admin fiat allows site staff to do and force them to explain the reasons for their decisions when they make them. The policy requires every use of fiat to fall into one of several categories regarding why it was needed. For instance, emergency fiat allows admins to address situations that pose a threat to the wiki, while red tape fiat allows them to bypass site rules that are causing needless delays. The policy also defines rules for resolving situations where multiple admins wish to override each other's fiat with their own. Finally, the policy creates several limits on admin fiat and requires that each such act and the reasons behind it be explained and recorded. These reasons will later be reviewed by other admins who will be able to reverse the decision, and if the use of fiat is deemed to have been abusive, discipline the admin responsible. The administrative team's discussion regarding this policy has already concluded, and it appears that the policy will be implemented, though the site charter has not yet been edited to include it. I've had some conversations with Prismal. I like the way they think. I like the way Prismal thinks, and I know that this is coming from a good place to make sure that the power isn't being abused. That's probably the chief concern with the proposal for this.
Mm-hmm.
I also will say, emergency fiat, we're like emergency damn, that ass is fat.
Ooh.
I thought that would make Cassie laugh, okay?
Ooh. No, that was kind of dad.
Cassie laughs right now.
That was kind of dad. I'm too tired for dad.
That was kind of dad.
That was
kind of
dad.
Too tired for dad,
You know what?
right now?
Too tired for dad. That's how tired I am.
You know what?
I know.
You know what? Fuck you, Cassie. I'm not doing anything for you again.
God damn it. God damn it. No. That's fine. That's fine. Everything will be okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about that
New
glow
year,
up.
new me.
Let's talk about that glow up, Nolan.
Glow up. Okay, let's go. Oh, now you're laughing.
Hurry up before I have to pee again.
Oh my god. We don't need you here for that. For our glow ups.
40 is not a glow up, Cassie.
It is now. Have you seen me? God. Stop!
Okay.
A user by the name of I Hear Voices posted a proposal on Thursday offering to create CSS themes for several groups of interest that currently do not have one, and to make formatting changes to several GOI Hub pages. His proposal is ambitious as he intends to modify 21 pages, including the hubs for popular groups of interest such as the Factory, the Serpent's Hand, the GOC, and the Chaos Insurgency. I Hear Voices has not yet secured the permission he'd need to modify these pages. However, a few users have already volunteered to help design new themes, and I Hear Voices is seeking additional volunteers to assist in his efforts. He has requested that someone familiar with CSS teach him how it works, as he is, in his words, a complete noob about it.
I love the last part of that article. I'm going to do this, guys. I'm going to do this. We're going to have CSS. We're going to have fresh, new CSS across all the hubs. They're all going to have it because they're great and they deserve it. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. Hey, guys. Hey, can somebody teach me how to CSS?
We don't have permission. It's, it's happening, though. Hey, guys.
I love you, you fucking complete noob.
Hey,
you
guys.
are a complete noob at more than just CSS.
Hey, guys. Can you teach me how to CSS? Hey, guys.
For some reason, that just reminds me of this, video by this, mythology YouTuber going with, biblical mythology, and just going to one part talking about, Abraham going to, meeting some foreigners and being like, okay, yeah, you could join our clan, you just have to be circumcised. All right, yeah. Cool, awesome, let's do it. What's circumcision?
What is that?
Yeah, amazing. What is it?
We're gonna do CSS. What is CSS?
What is it? I don't know. It's great though. Yes.
I like it though. I love it. I love the method. We're gonna fucking do this, guys. Fuck yeah. And then everybody's like, yeah, fuck yeah, let's do this. You're 8 people all standing around fuck yeah, we're gonna do this. All right, who's gonna fucking show me how to do this? One of you motherfuckers has got to know. Let's fucking go.
Has anybody considered getting me a copy of CSS for Dummies for Christmas?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Great fucking article.
What's going on with new skips and tales these last 2 weeks?
Since our last episode, there have been 17 new SCP articles. None over 50, but I do see 2 that are on their way up. There are 7 new tales, none of them having more than a few views apiece. It's the holiday season and everyone is on vacation, readers and writers alike, but these stories will still be here when we all get back to it. Try to take some time in the early new year to read a few and vote on your favorites.
Friends, this holiday season is a time for celebration, a time for joy, positivity, and kindness. This being the case, you should probably cover your ears for the next few minutes. Abandon hope, all you who enter. These are
Tales from the Deepwell.
Brief information. To access SCP, Level 2 access is required to enter its chamber. Personnel that enter without authorized clearance will be terminated immediately. Containment procedures. SCP is to be contained within a small cubic cell with soundproof padding on every surface in order to protect and prevent others from hearing others' thoughts. An individual stepping into the cell will only be able to hear the headphones. SCP is to be placed on a wooden headphone stand, which is placed on a white polymer desk. SCP is contained within a 5x5 meter room, with no staff allowed to enter at all times unless given permission by head researchers or from the site director if the head researcher is not available. Any individual caught inside of the cell via witnesses or CCTV footage will be detained for questioning and be sent to leave of notice for a temporary amount of time. Description: SCP is a pair of headphones that can transmit people's thoughts through its audio outputs. It only applies to people in a specific range of 5 to 10 meters. SCP has been discovered in the United States of America in Texas. It has been reported to appear on store shelves in... Further information from managers and staff members of the store reveals that SCP has appeared on store shelves randomly, sometimes moving positions from one shelf to another shelf. It has been reported that this activity occurs during a time period of 11:32 p.m. to 3:11 a.m. It is unknown why it does this, but it is known for a fact that SCP can materialize from position to position.
Let's take a break before we go off-site.
Dr. Gray, what are you doing here?
Intern, I thought no one came to this closet. So this is where I go to read my real crazy fan fiction. And what's that you're reading?
It's, well, you're not dangerous, so I guess I can tell you. This is Confinement. It's a comic series. It's about a guy named Connor who responds when he dies.
Really? That just sounds like a whole lot of bung to me.
It's absolutely not. It's actually really good, but I've been keeping it a secret for now. I don't want Dr. Bucket to get any ideas on dangerous tests he can make me do. Connor can afford to die, but not me.
Wow, that sounds excitingly veil-breaking. Do you know where I can get one?
Thanks for asking, Monica. All you need to do is look up SCP Confinement Kickstarter, and the pre-order page should be the first result. And even if you can't get in on the pre-orders, the comic will be for sale on the unredacted Etsy store after the Kickstarter ends.
Awesome! I'm already so excited to get mine. Ooh, maybe I can show them to Grim.
Okay, in one take, Kelsey, go.
Thanks to our sponsor, Dado's You Come to Dado, Go Biggest Dado Business Ever. One-stop shop with states-of-art robots inspired by Jeff Bezos and his Amazon Go. Most stock not so good, but it's still costly, so you trick your brain to thinking it good. Also, Dado Sing on store speaker. Hopefully, big break for Dado. Say what you want about Dado, his employees are still going to have better working conditions than Amazon's.
It's true.
Amazing.
I'm Ron Burgundy. Now you.
Yeah, okay, sure. The SCP Foundation's official Discord server recently brought on several new junior moderators, namely Nebs, Ori Tiefling, Gash V, and Crapalicious. All 4 of these new moderators already have roles on the SCP Wiki's staff.
In the world of SCP YouTube, we're once again in for a long one from the Exploring series, who, last Monday, uploaded part 1 of 3 of his treatment of SCP-7243, Existential Abatement, a story about the Foundation's efforts to deal with anomalous waste products. This story is part of the Foundation's Admonition Canon, a series specifically dedicated to dealing with the Foundation's worst mistakes and their consequences.
Yes.
When I first saw the title of that, Existential Abatement, I got it confused with another. There was a tale called Achromatic Abatement, which is actually honorable mention. Like, if you haven't read it, it's called Achromatic Abatement. It's like a history lesson of the guy who started the Achromatic Abatement department, and then all of the anomalous things that in his childhood that led him to the Foundation, basically. And yeah, really cool article. Not to take away from Harry Blank, but that just reminded me. It made me think about it.
That's what I was.
Because I got the two confused.
Yeah, this was what I was just listening to today. Then that's right.
Various exciting projects are currently under development in the world of SCP gaming. SCP Fragmented Minds, the survival horror game currently in development by HST Game Studios, is chugging along nicely. A recent development log uploaded to the developer's YouTube channel showcases new models for SCPs, including 323, 682, and 966. new AI behavior for SCP-3199, new environmental visuals and hazards, and a variety of new mechanics and sound effects. The developers anticipate that the game will enter early access in early 2024. Here's a clip of the devlog. If you're interested in early access to the game, pay attention.
What kind of stuff bothers you? That's great.
What's that?
It's just little tiny things like that. It's hysterical to watch it bother you for a hot second in your brain. I can see the wheels as you kind of wonder to yourself, should I re-record that? I didn't say it right.
So I re-recorded it just to give myself the option when I'm editing, because I could edit it and be like, nah, you know what? I like the way I said it better. Fuck them.
Yeah.
And then I just delete you and there is no guilt.
Just delete me? Like, okay, bye. The second edition of SCP Tabletop RPG, developed by 26 Letter Publishing, is also in continued production. This game serves as an update to the original SCP Tabletop RPG released in 2021. The new game includes several revisions designed to both expand and simplify character creation, refine the way equipment is purchased, and simplify the way skill checks are rolled. The book will also contain a great deal of advice regarding how to run a compelling tabletop campaign in the SCP universe. A 150-page preview of the current draft of the game is available through the SCP Tabletop's RPG official Discord server.
In podcasting news, let it be known that some pleb, some loser, some absolute idiot who calls himself SCP Unredacted has begun to release an audio adaptation of the Conspiracy Tales series. The series is an intrigue thriller about the Foundation's intelligence division and its struggles against a mysterious infiltrator who has embedded himself deeply in the anomalous world with unknown intentions. The first half of the series, which adapts the prologue and the first 6 parts of the tale, is already available and is among this flunky's most popular works to date.
I didn't read that ahead of time. I'm like, oh, some pleb, some loser, some like, oh, this is really well written. And then you said SCP Unreal, and I...
This guy sounds like a fucking loser.
SCP Un, and I realized what was happening. No. Oh, God, yes. Several SCP fans on the platform, which, despite Elon Musk, should still be referred to as Twitter, were unduly frightened earlier this week when author and YouTuber Hank Green posted the following: really awful to hear about SCP hitting a wall and a lot of creators not suddenly having a merch solution. I can guarantee nothing, but if you need help getting back online, it is possible that the DFTBA team can help. We already have pallets coming from SCP. In contrast to the initial assumptions of many, the SCP in question was in fact SCP Merchandise, an Illinois merchandising company that shut down shortly before the post was posted. The post was misinterpreted by many as suggesting there had been some problem with the SCP Wiki or its community. Fortunately, this was a misunderstanding, and while countless employees have been laid off as a result of the company's closure, our precious SCP-999 plushies can continue to flow unhalted.
That one got me. Cassie, I know you're not on Twitter.
No, I'm not.
That one got me. I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
I was like, SCP... What did he say? Really awful to hear about the SCP hitting a wall and a lot of creators. No, I was like, what's going on with SCP? And then around the same time, like, the wiki has been hard to log on to, so there's just been kind of fucky shit happening with the actual wiki itself.
Oh,
like,
no.
What?
Yeah.
What's going on?
That was the whole unduly frightened.
Yeah.
God damn it, Hank Green. And now, the sound of silence. Absolute, unbearable, mind-rotting silence. Silence that wears away at you, on and on, until there is nothing left. Nothing left at all.
Damn. us introduce our guest this week, prolific SCP author, co-manager of the Dank Memes from Site 19 subreddit, and self-proclaimed Jewish pattern screamer. Don't come at me, bro. I have a source. YossiPossi.
Hey, happy to be on.
Hey, glad you're on.
Hello.
I think most of us are acquainted already.
We just Yossi? YossiPossi? Who? What do you do?
Yas. Somebody. Yas, queen.
A Yossified posse.
Yeah, so people love making puns about my name. Don't call me Yoshi. I've heard it a billion times.
Oh, I wouldn't. That's too low. That's way too low.
I know.
I think a little bit of you did this to yourself.
Well, I mean, my parents did it to me.
Oh yeah, true.
That's true. Yeah.
when they named you Yossi.
That's true.
But why YossiPossi though?
Oh, that has an interesting story behind it.
And I bet we're gonna hear it.
Yossi is my name that I go by in real life. It's not my birth name, but it's what I go by. But Posse is because I had a teacher in preschool that could not pronounce my name properly, and instead of calling me Yossi, would call me Posse. Which is such a strange thing not to be able to pronounce. I'm not sure where that comes from linguistically.
That's
but
so strange.
It stuck with me, and I decided for my first username I would just go YossiPossi.
YossiPossi.
And that's what I stuck with. Yep. It's been like that ever since. Just like my profile picture. I think it's edited into the video. Those two little glowing red eyes. I got that as a gift from a friend about 6 years ago. A profile picture, and I just kind of stuck with it.
Yeah.
It's a good picture.
It's become part of me. I can't change it anymore.
Yossi is just one with the void.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so a little bit about you. You wanted to get the little stories in your head out onto a page for other people to read, and I think I speak for a lot of people when I say, boy, we're fucking glad you did that.
Oh, yes.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And so there's this other thing. I think I'm meant to read it. I don't know, but I will. And so now in the shadow of unspoken events, I watch Rounder House's courtyard darken. Everything anomalous has left. I try to study the light going carefully from my author page in the glass of memory. In the moonstream of my imagination, the weeds, the windows, every bench. But the young man is not there, and Mushu is gone. Something else has taken his place. Something I'm unable to see. Waiting. I'm afraid. It is hungry. It is immortal. Worse. It knows nothing of upvotes.
Yes.
What the fuck was that?
I wish I could take credit for that prose, but it's a modified quote from House of Leaves by Mark Z. Danielski.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Mushu is Rounder House's cat. I picked Rounder House at random, and his cat filled in that word perfectly. So I'm like, you know what? This is about the cat now.
Honestly, when I read that, when I came across Mushu, all I could think was Disney's Mulan.
I was thinking. Do you guys remember? Kung Pao Enter the Fist?
Yep. Oh.
YossiPossi.
Oh, nobody's ever seen. Oh my God, nobody's seen this movie.
What?
Nobody's
seen Kung Pao
Nobody
Enter
I
the
know
Fist.
has seen this. This and
That is not only one of my favorite movies. No, that's a lot of nuts.
Thank you.
That is not only one of my favorite movies ever. It is like the most quotable movie that had ever been
Radio
made.
Shack. Tiger.
Oh my God,
Tiger,
Taco Bell. Product placement for Taco Bell. Enchiladas, nacho burritos.
Open your mouth.
Swinging the chain, swinging the chain.
I wish I could join you with the references, but I've never watched the movie.
I need Gopher Chucks.
Oh, yes. It's beautiful.
This reminds me a lot of another movie that I saw with Aestrei a long time ago called Kung Fury.
Yes.
Which has a very similar premise. It's about a guy whose sort of like the Chosen. It's a very 80s parody movie.
Yeah.
Hitler time travels into the Hitler time travels into the future to get the Chosen One's kung fu powers, and so he's like shooting bullets through the payphone, stuff like that. Whole shebang. He hacks himself back in time to fight Hitler, with dinosaurs.
Yep.
What is this called?
Kung Fury.
I've seen this.
Yeah.
There's like a Viking chick in it.
Yeah, there's a Viking lady.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
It is hilarious. I highly recommend
that
it.
sounds fantastic.
What I
It's
also
like 30 minutes of pure 80s.
and they actually got David Hasselhoff to come in and sing the theme.
I love it.
I did not know that. That's really funny.
Amazing.
Yeah, they have a whole music video of David Hasselhoff singing the theme of this movie.
That's incredible.
Yossi, you have written probably quite a number of articles and other stuff for the wiki.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any that stand out to you as probably your own personal favorites that you've written?
My personal favorites. Okay. I would say that probably the best thing I've ever written, it wasn't even for the SCP Wiki, it was for the Wanderer's Library, would probably be Requiems of the Harbinger, which is a story about a satellite that's basically forced to observe parallel universes as they die to figure out what went wrong, basically. And, sort of like his recollections of all the universes that he's seen. My second favorite article is SCP-6969-J, The End of Sex.
Oh, the -J version.
Yes, the -J version.
Yes.
That one was really fun to write, really fun to publish, talk about. It was a really fun time for everyone, and a lot of people really liked the article.
It makes my brain hurt.
And when you really nail a -J, you nail it.
Yeah, I've had a lot of people tell me it is the funniest -J on the site, which makes me very proud as an author.
Yeah.
Just having something that people really, really like, and you also really like. I think that's something that doesn't happen very often, because sometimes you get like you have an author, you have an article that you really like but no one else likes, and then you have articles where everyone else likes it but you don't like it. I've had both of those in the past, and to have one that everyone just likes is, it's really nice. It feels really good.
The general consensus is that this is amazing.
Yeah. There's a couple of outliers here and there. Like SCP-CRNP. Apparently he didn't like it. He downvoted it on his alt.
Well,
before being banned again,
like you do.
Like you do. I'm not gonna go looking through it. I can't remember anyone else off the top of my head. I think ARD didn't like it.
Like 5 whole people.
Like 5 whole people.
And they stuck with you, didn't they?
No, not really. I think it was mostly just people who didn't like my work anyways, I wasn't really too bothered by it.
Yeah, no, they don't matter.
So when you write an article on the wiki, you not only can see the downvotes, you can actually see who downvoted?
Yeah, of course. There's a little section at the bottom that's like, see who rated. You click it, and then go to like rate, and then there's a little thing, see who rated this page, and you have a whole list of everyone who upvoted and downvoted, and no neutral votes yet, but that's coming with Wikijump eventually.
Cool.
Oh, I didn't know that you guys could see that.
Yeah, you can see it on any article. You can just go to an article and click it.
Kelsey has to go log into the Wikipedia and change a bunch of his votes.
No, I'm not. I'm not ashamed of a single vote I've made. So have you ever seen a downvote from somebody that like you really respected their opinion and it just fucking destroys you to see that name on the fucking downvote?
Yeah, every once in a while I get one of those, like, someone you respect is like, sorry, this didn't work for me. But in general, usually it's for a very valid reason. Usually people you respect don't really downvote for no reason. So for example, like if Nicolini downvoted something I wrote, usually it's because I didn't get the themes across in a way that really encapsulated what I was going for. Not because Nico hates my writing, because that's not true. Nico's upvoted pretty much everything I've written.
So if Nico were to downvote you, you know that you would respect the downvote.
I did know
just
that
as much as
I
you
was
respect
probably doing something wrong, as opposed to I can't believe this guy just maliciously downvoted me.
I think I would be overwhelmed with that.
Oh yeah, it's when I started out on the wiki, it was definitely kind of like overwhelming to see people I knew like downvote and be like, "Oh, this sucks. Rewrite this. This is bad." But in the end, eventually, once you start getting better, then it just doesn't really. Then like you don't experience that quite as often because you're just writing good stuff. And whenever you do get a downvote from a big author, usually it's like, okay, that guy didn't respect the opinion of anyways.
Going back to like favorite articles, I'm trying to remember the ones that you've written that I loved. Of course, one being 6969-J, because fucking of course.
6969 as well. That's why I said,
well, yeah,
make sure to make the distinction, because that one was fucked up. Like, yeah, tee-hee, dick joke, but also this is fucked up.
Oh yeah.
I liked 69.
6969 was, so I wrote that one in 3 hours. I sat down and just wrote it all in one go, went back, fixed a couple of stuff up, and then just showed it to people, and they were like, yeah, this is pretty funny, also kind of scary.
Yeah, very scary.
And then I just was like, all right, shoot. Because I wasn't originally planning on submitting my 6K entry. I couldn't finish it in time. Schoolwork and all that stuff was overwhelming. And so I thought I was going to sit the contest out. But then I realized, there's only like 2 people going for the 6969 slot.
Mm-hmm.
And neither of them are particularly good. Sorry, Raijin and Oedipus. But so I was like, all right, well, I'm just going to write my own. So I did. I wrote in 3 hours and I published it. And I titled it, The Joke is Sex, because that's what the slot, whatever, funny, haha, whatever. And obviously that got a lot of attention because it was for the 6K contest, so it was SCP 6000, and then that title.
And what was 6000's theme? Was nature, wasn't it?
Nature. Obviously at the end I decided to throw in some stuff like, I can't believe this is natural and not some evil eldritch horror casting this upon us, shoe-hamming it in.
And it was existential horror in the same vein as like God, who was the one who wrote the what was the ABCs of Death, like the Eternity?
Calibold, yeah,
the Afterlife on the Island.
That was a good one.
Vein.
That came out far after though. 6969 was the main point of the article was just to be a parody of those articles that tried really hard to be over the top. Like you can see, it's the Foundation theme. You've got the spirals and the big bold, the Foundation, and then you've got the red, like unique logo in the background that's like fading in, and like you've got the whole by order of the Overseer Council. There's a little joke in that notice because the notice isn't saying like this is a big bad anomaly. It's just people keep trying to edit this article, so presumably there's something very important about it, so we're locking it. The slot is 6969. Why do you think people keep editing it? It's the funny number. That's why people keep trying to access it.
It's the sex number.
So that's the joke
number.
there.
Nice number.
There's a lot of subtle jokes. For example, in the specialized testing chamber, I think that's a Zeta 2841. If you add those 2 numbers up, it's 69. Like a lot of little stupid jokes like that. And also, if you highlight the bottom of the page, you'll see, like in transparent text, "I am so sorry." If you go to 6969-J and scroll to the bottom, it says in transparent text, "And this time I'm not sorry."
Oh, nice.
I like what my style of writing comedy is to have so many like small little jokes that someone's bound to laugh at some point. Like you can't just keep a straight face because one of them specifically are going to be laser targeted to make you cackle like a moron. And that's sort of my philosophy to writing comedy. Even if the big main joke doesn't quite land, as long as the little jokes keep hitting, then people are gonna like it. Of course, there's some people that don't, and it just doesn't work. But I mean, I've got a pretty good success rate there. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went on. I was looking through your author page, and you
Mhm.
wrote Sacrosanct.
I did. That
Yeah.
was my
I
Yeah.
had
That
no
was
idea.
not a comedy.
that was
That's the one
that was
I
my
was
third
gonna
article, I
bring up.
think,
Jesus
or fourth
Christ.
article.
It's amazing. I had no idea.
Yeah, I was gonna say there were like, I don't know if I have like specific one favorite that you've written, because as we've thoroughly discussed, there's 6969 and the -J version. Then there was also Sacrosanct, which as somebody who loves shit that involves like Sarkics and Mechanites, even though the groups weren't really involved as much in this. Their deities that centered around both their religions were.
It was nice for it to be centered around the deities.
It was a nice way at the end. And for those listening who haven't read it yet, Sacrosanct essentially it's this machine in Russia underground that the Foundation finds. They're trying to figure out what the hell it is and what's inside of it. Of course, the Foundation, fucks up when they, mess with shit they don't understand. And spoilers, it turns out that the machine is actually the remains of Mechane, and what's inside is Yaldabaoth. And Mechane gives like a last message.
They're using Mechane to contain Yalda. Fucking brilliant.
Yeah. I can give a lot of insight into like the whole writing process. I think I wrote a whole long Tumblr post a long time ago, basically just going through how I wrote SCP 5001. I can probably find it real quick. It's a really long post, so I'm not going to miss it by just scrolling quickly.
Yeah.
Here it is. So I can just read it verbatim. You want me to, or do you want me to just give you the short version?
Go for it, man.
The whole thing.
It's about 8 paragraphs.
That's a lot of paragraphs.
All right, I'll summarize it. Basically,
in your own words that aren't 8 paragraphs.
Well, these are my words. Okay.
Look, it started coming out of my mouth, and then I realized what I was saying. So shut the fuck up, me.
Give a summary of your summary.
Okay, so essentially, the idea basically, mystery. That was the theme that I had to work around. I remember, I was in the middle of.
That was a 5,000. Entry.
So I remember I was in the middle of prayer services, waiting for them to continue, because in Judaism, there's sometimes you have to wait for the main guy to finish his prayer services before you can continue with yours. So it was during that downtime. I was sitting there waiting for the prayer services to move on, and I was thinking, okay, how do I make an article that's a mystery? And so I was thinking, okay, what if the Foundation found a containment chamber for something, and they didn't know what was inside? All right, that was basically what I had. And I was thinking, all right, that's cool, but also, what if I had a giant space laser shoot this thing? And I was like, okay, I've got the space laser idea, I've got the containment chamber thing. What if I just smush them together, right? What if I got a giant space laser? Because I was thinking of Evangelion, right? Have any of you watched Evangelion?
I have seen Mega 64's Evangelion in 5 minutes video that somehow made more sense of what the fuck Evangelion is than actually watching Evangelion.
That's fair.
I have seen it enough times in my life to have recognized your -J title for what it was.
Yes, the 6969-J title was based off of Evangelion also.
Yeah, to look at that and go, oh, is that where we're going today? Yes, lots
that's-
of Evangelion in my brain.
There's a lot of Evangelion references in
Yeah,
6969-J also.
Why I loved it so much. Yep.
It's had a surprising amount of influence on my writing, despite the fact that I've only watched like once and was like, okay, that was pretty cool, and then moved on.
Where you watched both the original and the remake, right?
Yes, okay,
Right?
one each.
Right? Okay, good.
I haven't watched the final episode of the remake yet.
Yes.
I've been meaning to.
I waited
Anyways.
until they all came out. I had to. I
Okay,
would've
anyways,
died.
enough with the movie talk. Let's go back to my articles.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry.
Yahtzee
You
is here to
asked.
talk about Yahtzee.
Yes.
Asked. He asked.
Yes, I did ask.
Asked. Okay.
So I was imagining basically there's a scene in Evangelion where this octahedron named, it's an angel. There's big angels that, they take on different forms or whatever. They attack the base. You have to defeat them. There was this big angel that basically, had this massive laser and shot things with like immense power, named Ramiel. And the idea was that they couldn't, just shoot it down because it was impervious to bullets and tank missiles and stuff like that. So they had to build a giant laser cannon to basically fire a laser beam into the core of the angel. And just that scene where they fire that thing into Ramiel's heart and just blow it up was really, really cool.
Yep. Very good.
And so I was like, all right, what if I think there was also another scene involving like a death laser.
There's a couple
Oh
of
yes,
lasers.
no. I'm thinking of the fight with Zuriel.
Mhm.
That one where basically like there's this giant angel that's impervious to literally everything, just blasting its way through all the defenses. That was one of my favorite fights of the show. But both of those scenes had a big impact on how I wrote 5001. Basically where I was thinking, all right, I want these influences because I just watched Evangelion before writing 5001, so a lot of the influences came from there. I was thinking, I want this big containment chamber, and I want there to be a scene with just this orbital laser just firing a laser beam right into it and blowing it up. And so sort of, I started writing it. I started, going to the history, trying to shape out the whole thing about it. And I was, all right, this will be the origin of the Scranton reality anchors and, AIs and stuff like that. It'll be a big technologically origin.
I remember.
Right? It'll have a lot of tech origin. Because I was thinking, all right.
Scranton reality anchors, they were actually like stealing them from the containment.
Yeah.
They were cannibalizing them off of it.
So
they
I
were doing
was
the math to see how many they could afford to lose. God, I remember that.
Like like using the angels to make the Avas and all the tech that came from those. Yeah.
So I was thinking, all right, well, SCP 2000, 3000, and 4000. All of them had, and also 1000. All of them had one thing in common, which is that they explained some central part of SCP lore. And so I was thinking, all right, well, if I'm gonna want to win the 5000 contest, I should also. So I went into more world building and was like, oh yeah, all the technology of the SCP Foundation that's not explained really came from here. And so I also you went into that a bit to foreshadow Hecker. The high energy concentration orbital rail cannon that was blew up the thing in later. That was built from the hyperluminal engines that was taken from SCP-5001. So in a sense, SCP-5001's technology was used and was built to make a weapon that was even stronger than the chamber itself.
Yeah.
And so basically, then I had the whole sequence where you had the chamber rising out of the ground and floating towards the sky, and the O5's trying everything and nothing's working, and then they aim the orbital laser, charge it up, the thing's about to burst out, and then boom, explosion, and then it ends up falling back into the ground. that's the entire log of the last log of 5001. I wrote that listening to a song from Evangelion, specifically In My Spirit, which is Zuriel's theme. You know, if you actually read the log while listening to the remix I was listening to, you'll see that it lines pretty well up with the song. It takes roughly the same amount of time to read as the song takes to play. And that's by design, because I was listening to that song while writing it, and I wrote it in 6 hours in the middle of the night. I finished it as the sun was rising. I didn't have school or whatever. Maybe I did. I don't remember. But whatever the point was, I finished in one night, one go.
It was more important to write that than whatever it was you had to do in the morning.
Exactly.
We've all been there.
Either way, I don't regret it. The article has a couple flaws, but ultimately, I got a lot of benefit out of that article and a lot of satisfaction.
So
I got like 3rd place in the contest?
I think so, yeah.
I think it was, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, 3rd place. Yeah. Second place was This Is Where I Died, which got 5999. And
God, that's one of my favorites too. So
yeah, and 5000 obviously, which got first place. I think 5000 deserved its spot. And Tanani and I are good friends. 5999, I also think got its spot. We weren't competing. All of us wanted different slots, so it was a-okay, I think. Maybe Tanani wanted 5001. Well, yeah, but we were competing for specific slots.
5,000 if you had won. I mean, there's no way you would have picked 5,000.
Oh yeah, no, all of us were aiming for 5,000, but in terms of second slots, I think we all wanted something different.
Yeah.
There was an article that was competing for 5001, which was 5002. That one was by Peacel. I don't remember what the article was called. It was the A Death in Containment. That's what it was. It was a murder mystery, basically.
Yeah, that was the murder mystery.
Yeah, Peacel wanted 5001, and I think they got like just a few votes less than me and got 4th place, which, you know, that was a little nerve-wracking. The contest ended on a Saturday, and I'm not sure if you know, but I'm Jewish. I don't use the computer during Saturday.
Oh, wow.
So I did not know the results of the contest until after I came back, and I was like, whew, come on.
The whole day on Saturday just going,
please. But I got it in the end, so
you needed to be able to open a window and have somebody yell it at you from outside.
I know. I don't think it was ever that close. For the following contests, for 6,000, I was pretty far ahead of anyone else who wanted 6969. I think the person who wanted it, but that was like closest to me, was Barcelona's Reines, who recently got HT banned. But yeah, they wanted.
That was you?
No, I did not ban them, but they wanted 6969, which is a little red flaggy in hindsight, but
it wasn't for you though.
Well, I mean, you wanted it too.
I wanted it also. That's true.
You got it.
That's true.
Not for you.
I got it. Not for me.
No.
Not for me.
No.
Yeah, nobody look up Yossi's search history.
Just to keep the creeps from having it, somebody's got to take it.
Someone's got to do it. That was me. And then I got 6969-A for the exact same reason.
Yep. I do.
So much competition.
I do love you.
I cannot believe 6969-A was not taken for years.
I know.
I was thinking for sure someone's made an article that was 6969-J. No one's made one. And I was like, okay, I'm publishing this article for April Fools.
I know what to do.
No one else published anything to that slot before me. So for a few months, I was just kind of waiting on that.
I wonder how many authors on the wiki can boast that they have the main list article and the -J with the same number. You should do a 6969 EXP.
I should do.
6969.
Maybe next April Fools I'll do that.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Just have the fucking hat trick.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, maybe.
I bet there's no other authors that have that.
I'm sure there's I think like DJ Cactus probably does for like
Maybe.
Well, he
1730 or
He
something.
doesn't matter anymore.
He's irrelevant.
He's so last
He's coming
year.
back. He's writing the one
the Archdemon Apollyon and
He's
yeah.
Man.
He's leaving us high
That's
and
it.
dry.
Didn't he already post that, or was that a different article that he posted?
No, the last one he posted was the Blood Throne.
Blood Throne, right?
Yeah, his Scarlet King article. Yeah.
Didn't
This
he end
one
that
is
off with like a cliffhanger? Like, have you ever heard the Department of Abnormalities director?
Yeah.
I haven't
he's
read
gonna.
the article. I just scrolled to the end and I saw, have you ever heard of the Department of Abnormalities? And like, oh my god, crossover episode.
Yeah, he's gonna. Yeah. And before we move on, I will mention one last article that you've written that I remember specifically enjoying. SCP, I think it was 4792, the contingency.
Oh yes, 4792.
I don't know if it was the first, but I know it was one of the first articles that I read that you had written. And I really enjoyed that it was like, it was mostly its own self-contained story with like, you know, it was like kind of mentioning that it is going to be a threat, but just kind of in its own story. And for those who haven't read it, 4792 is essentially the Foundation discovers this like mega structure deep in space that's like, there's a specific name for it, but it's like a machine that Dyson Sphere. A Dyson Sphere, for those who don't know, is a machine that encompasses an entire star and harnesses its energy for a civilization, which is like something that a high like level civilization would only do. And the reason that this was happening is because the Foundation receives transmissions, which are these sort of like journal entries from a member.
I should make a correction real quick. They don't make transmissions; they infiltrate the computer of the ship.
Right, yeah. The computer of this mega structure, they manage to infiltrate it, get some data, and it turns out it's these kind of journal entries from this member of this alien species, which are kind of like this bird people kind of species. But apparently this species had a whole prophecy that there was this evil god living inside their sun, and that one point, however many years from then, that god was going to come out and it was going to destroy everything. And their idea was create this mega structure to contain this god so that it never comes out and therefore it's never going to destroy anything. And this person that who's writing these journal entries that were found, he's the one who's like directing this project. And it's going with him through the years as like, it's starting as he's getting older. And of course, when you're making a machine that's encompassing an entire fucking sun, it's going to take a while, more than he's got. So it goes on to where he essentially becomes a cyborg and then just full on machine. So it turns out this guy is the intelligence in the machine. He turned himself into the AI.
It's really fun listening to you retelling something that I wrote.
Yeah,
it's like wow, someone's like fanboying over something I wrote. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So for my commentary about like the article itself is supposed to explore the theme of trying so hard for your goal that you end up becoming the very thing that you swore to destroy. Blind obsession, basically.
I mean, that's what Nietzsche said, wasn't it? That's the Nietzsche line that he would like, be careful when you look into the darkness.
Something along those lines.
Darkness,
yeah, if you stare into the void long enough, the void will stare back into you.
Yeah, there's another quote that's something like, when you're out to seek revenge, dig 2 graves. I think that quote's a little stupid because I'm killing way more than 2 people, idiot.
Yeah.
But that's not my joke. I heard that from somewhere else. But to give some more context for the article, the prophecy is, "Come gather my fellow brother." This is machine translated through anomalous means from this alien language. So it's sort of like weirdly translated. There's some quirks, like sometimes it rhymes, sometimes it doesn't. And some things that are names in other languages get translated to words. But it reads, "Come gather my fellow brothers, for I shall tell you a tale like no other, of which the eternal slumber will fall. Arise one day, a dark god shall, around the star of Chiasmus, and in his madness blacken the skies, consuming the world with iron teeth, and silence shall dawn upon all life, lest a night arise to defend it." Then in the context of the journal, he's giving a speech basically saying, "My friends, we are the knights. We shall encapsulate this star in a Dyson sphere, and Machette, which is the name of the, dark god in the prophecy, will, be encapsulated." He signs off. His name is Geta Hippolyte, which means nothing. It's a nonsense word. But he ends off the first journal entry with "Praise Awet and Cursed be Meshet." Then within 2 more journal entries, he just says "Cursed be Meshet." So he's given up. Like through the journal entries, you can see he's no longer praising in their mythology the good god. He's just cursing the dark god. So you can sort of see that he's losing his way here. Eventually, he stops.
He's losing his faith to obsession.
Right.
A little bit. That's kind of why I like it, and it's not that I don't like, complex articles or stories on the wiki, because and we talked about it earlier in the episode. The Admonition series is one of my favorite fucking things on the entire wiki.
Oh yeah.
Even though McDoctorate gives all the scientific jargon that goes way over my fucking head, it's still one of my favorite series. But there's also times when it's like you enjoy stories that I wouldn't say are simple, but follow a more simple style and format. Because like with 4792, it's like you said, it's it's one of the articles that you were still kind of starting out at the time. Yeah. You can kind of see that it's like, you can kind of see where the punchline is a mile away. But in my opinion, that's kind of why I enjoy it, because it's still straightforward, it's going, and it's just still its own encapsulated little story that doesn't matter if it's like whether it's complex or simple. It's like it's just doing its own thing, and I don't know why. I just really enjoy it for that.
Yeah. If I may bring up one last article of mine that I'm proud of, because I didn't get to list all of them earlier. I know, I'm sorry.
No, not you.
Then what are you laughing at?
Oh, Kelsey's a crazy person. Sorry, so yes, no, it's fine. It's not you. I, however...
We're passing notes in the back of the class.
All right.
Oh my
hey,
God.
Hey, you in the back. Give me that note.
You. Break it up.
Let's talk about one last article of mine that I'm proud of and I want to mention.
Oh, we love to hear it.
6442, Mimir. That one I'm very proud of. It's basically, it's got these super long contained procedures. I've had this sort of idea for a really, really long time. And Shoulder basically made this meme that was like, what if, this guy gains omniscience and suddenly sees every single cognito hazard in the world and just dies? I was thinking, okay, that's really funny. But what if that was a serious SCP article that had implications? And we basically just turned that into a whole article. The article basically just has these obnoxiously long contained procedures that just basically like, okay, yeah, the object needs to be guarded within one of 16 chambers with 16 identical replicas, and they're, in a maze, and the chambers are flooded with a class I amnestics, and, Samsara tanks are in each and every one, and it's just so over the top. And then you're thinking, what the hell is in this chamber that they've got all these measures for? And it turns out it's just an obnoxiously powerful memetic kill agent that they keep inside a sphere. And whenever someone becomes omniscient, they immediately perceive it and just die instantly.
So the containment procedures aren't to...
Yeah, the containment procedures aren't to keep it in. It's to stop people from getting to it, because the Global Occult Coalition...
I remember this
Coalition.
now.
Yeah, the Global Occult Coalition is implied in the article to be very antagonistic of the Foundation, and basically locked in a Cold War with them. And so basically the Global Occult Coalition was using omniscient entities to spy on the Foundation. So obviously the Foundation's move is to make a memetic kill agent that just kills all of them.
That's a honeypot.
Yeah, and so the last line of the article reads, since its creation and containment in 2023, remember this was made like 2 years ago, SCP-6442 has successfully neutralized at least 8,000 omniscient entities, at least 2,000 of which were employed by the Global Occult Coalition.
What does the name mean? Is that gibberish, or does that have a meaning?
No, Mimir is the Norse god of knowledge.
Okay.
And I remember because I love God of War series, and Mimir is a main character in that. He's regarded as the smartest man alive. Like, he just fucking knows just about anything that you can ask him. And that's kind of what it's reflecting on, of like Mimir of basically omniscience, of being like knowing just about everything.
So that's part of it. One of the words Mimir is unaccented, while the other has an accent. The accent is referring to the, Norse god of knowledge. Shoulder is from, I think, Norway or Finland.
I never would have seen that if you didn't. Yeah, I would never even thought to look and see, oh, that one has an accent in it. That is not a dot over the I. That is
yeah.
The thing that makes the ear sound. Yeah.
Speaking of sleep, I am uncomfortably exhausted at this point. Is it okay if you guys wrap up without me?
I'm okay with it.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, is that alright?
Yeah.
It's nice seeing you again, though.
Yeah.
I don't think we've talked in months.
No, we haven't. I'm really glad I got to catch up with you for a little while. I'm gonna fall asleep, and I'm starting to get really uncomfortable.
All right.
So, but I'm sorry, and I'm so glad you were here tonight. I really appreciate your time.
Of course, happy to be here.
Wonderful. But yeah, I'll talk to you guys soon. But have a good rest of the segment.
All right, sleep well.
Like my eyes hurt. Something.
Go get some sleep, retail lady.
I'm going.
Just go drift into unconsciousness.
Good night.
Good night.
I heard you guys wanted to move to the next whatever it is.
Yes.
Segment.
Yeah, it's a fun little game we like to play with our guests.
Two truths, one lie.
No, not that. Not yet, actually. No, it's one before. It's called Don't Blink.
Okay.
Kelsey will roll his Bibbidi Bob, which is a giant D20, to make an investigation check. There will be 3 images that will be shown to you. And whatever number the dice lands on, that will be halved, and you will have that long to view it, and then have 10 seconds afterwards to describe what you saw. And then we'll see how close you actually are to knowing what it is.
All right.
I'll share my screen. You just have to tell me when you can see the image. That's the only feedback we'll need from you. And then we'll look at it for a couple of seconds, and then you can describe it in 10. All right, so I'm going to roll, and you just tell me when to stop rolling.
All right, go ahead and stop.
Okay.
13.
That's a 13. Yeah, 13, so we'll cut that in half.
6.5 seconds?
6.5 seconds, yeah.
Oh boy, okay. I can't wait to look at something and be like, I have no idea what that is, because I live under a rock. Alright. Yeah. Do I start describing, or do I wait till the 6.5 seconds are out?
Until your time's up. Now your time's up.
Alright, that is a picture of what was the article? 4231. The art was by Aestrei, about Francis and Lily. it depicts a version of Lily that embodies the Scarlet King, as depicted in the article, holding her shoulders on top of Francis, who's holding a shotgun. Francis being Dr. Clough, of course, and basically representing her control over him even past his leaving the house.
Damn.
I know this because I'm best friends with Aetheris, and I saw her drawing this in a voice chat.
God damn it.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know that piece of art. Holy
I know
shit.
that piece of art. I've seen it dozens of times.
Fuck's sake, Kelsey, you had to give him an easy one. You had to give our guest the easy
also,
one.
I saw the title of the title of the image in the top left corner.
Okay.
That'd give it away, but I knew the art. I saw the image being drawn anyway, so that wouldn't have changed anything.
All right. Let's do this then. All right. Oh, we got to roll. Roll.
Go ahead. Stop it.
That's a
3.
Oh, okay. I guess this must be as easy as it can be.
Yeah, you get a second and a half. No, this is not a second and a half picture.
Oh boy.
Say when. Say when.
Okay, I can see it.
No, you can't.
That one was drawn by Eddybird, right?
Yep.
I recognize the art style. I'm friends with Eddybird also. Sorry, I know a lot of SCP artists. I don't know the article it's based on, but I know it has something to do with teeth.
So describe it for us so the people who are listening can kind of picture it in there.
It looked like a giant tooth with Evangelion styling. I'm pretty sure it's an Evangelion related article or inspired or something. Based on the fact that it has something to do with teeth, I'm gonna guess it was written by ARD. Might not have been. But I know the image was drawn by Eddybird.
Okay. And then third, this might be...
We're gonna do the rolling, or are you gonna give me another 1.5 seconds?
No. We'll do the rolling.
All right, and stop.
That's a 7.
Oh, that's 3.5 seconds. Okay.
Yeah, 3.5.
That should be enough. Okay, I can see it. Well, okay, that one's...
Oh, crap.
I don't even think I need longer to see that. That one is, I mean, you show it to me again anyways.
Yeah.
Alright, well, that's Dado. I'm not sure the challenge there. That's Dado with his hamster. I don't know the artist. It looked like Zal Cryptid style, but it's not Zal Cryptid. I could tell by the signature. It's like Dado's hamster on top of his. It's actually a guinea pig. He calls it a hamster. On top of his box head. I think that box head was popularized by Zal Cryptid. Maybe not. But yeah, it's basically Dado in a lab coat or something with a box for a head with the label Dado on it. It's kind of obvious.
Yeah, it's Dado. Okay, so we'll go back to where we at? We'll go back to the first one. Window. There you go. And this is Francis and Lilith.
Yep. There's the blood here. I think this was a half-finished piece. I think Aetheris kind of gave up in the middle. But it's still very good. I wish Aetheris kept making art like this. Aetheris does make a lot of good art, but mostly pixel art nowadays. I just remember watching her make this one and like, oh, that's so cool. I love the blood hair.
Yeah, 4231 is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
Absolute tooth field. That does look really Evangelion, including all the little teeth down there. This looks like an Evangelion shot.
Yeah, Absolute Tooth, I think, is a play on words. Absolute Truth. Absolute
Truth. Yeah. The ATF field.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the thing was called in Evangelion, but this is definitely Evangelion inspired. I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. Absolute Tooth field. Absolute Tooth. By ARD. I was right. I knew it.
This entire episode is just going to be Yossi talking about Evangelion.
I know. I'm talking about... I thought I was going to talk about Evangelion 0. I gave zero thought to talking about Evangelion, but I guess it's coming out tonight. The Evangelion episode.
We have... Dado by Kikunai.
Oh, Kikunai. I have no idea who they are. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, Kikunai is this. So this is digital, but
Mhm.
the style is Sharpie. So this is like digital Sharpie.
That's
I love.
cute.
This is what I love about the style is. This looks like something that was done with a Sharpie on a napkin, but it's actually a digital image.
I love the detail that Dado's logo is the Amazon logo, because I know he's got like a rivalry with Jeff Bezos or something.
Yeah.
You can see like the little smiley face. That's really clever. I like that. That's a really clever detail. Also, the box being upside down.
And also there being a butt plug on the corner of the box right now.
That's to signify which direction. Yeah. There's that hamster is so cute. Guinea pig.
Oh.
Hamster Mitchell. Dado's a really great character.
There's a never-ending supply of just bizarre and happy places you can go with Dado.
Yeah,
absolutely.
One of my favorites that includes Dado. I can't remember if Grigori wrote it, but it's essentially victim trolling Dado of like, because Dado's wanting to have like this company commercial made for him. Victim was hired for it by Candor Need, and they just keep fucking with him, and Dado was just pissed off. He's like contacting Victim about it. But they're just not giving a shit.
Right, of course, because if they're basically the same brand of anomalous weirdness. My favorite interpretation of Dado was Lord Stonefish's.
Was that the audio?
That was the audio one. The video even.
Oh my god. The Dado phone calls.
Yeah, Dado ASMR. Yeah. That was hilarious.
Yes. The Dado, voiced by Lord Stonefish, where he's like,
yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm glad I beat the game, ?
Yeah, you win.
Yay.
Yeah. Kelsey apparently gave you the easiest things in the whole fucking world.
I never know. Like they always tie in somehow, but I don't.
I watched the last episode. Purpose, you gave Agent Shuffle the tactical theology logo. I was like, I wonder what that could be.
Yeah.
Speaking of tactical theology, I finally published the Tactical Theology Hub. I'm so happy.
Yes.
I've been working on that. I've been working on that for a literal year and a half.
That was you?
That was me. I wrote the Tactical Theology Hub alongside Ari and Bread. We all worked on it together, but I was the one who started it.
Yeah, dude, your guys' work fucking paid off. It looks phenomenal.
I know. It feels great to finally have published. I've been literally working on that for a year and a half, to the day that we published it.
But there was so much in the hub that made me want to go and try to read more of it, especially the one in the historical timeline that goes down, just to the point where it just says like Jim Davis is the reincarnation of Jesus Christ.
Yes.
It's just that little statement, and it doesn't explain it anymore besides like the link to the article. And I'm just like, I read that for the first time, and I'm like, fucking what? Let's do 2 truths and 1 lie. Last week, Agent Shuffle gave their 2 truths and a lie, which were, I have created my own esoteric class, I have made custom writing achievements, or I have never gotten an article downvoted.
All right.
Oh, that's a tough one.
Yeah. My pick was that custom writing achievements.
For the lie?
Yeah, for the lie.
I'm gonna go with the last one. I'm gonna go with
never got an article downvoted.
Never got an article downvoted.
Yeah, that's what I thought. At first I was like, that is way too bold. That is way too bold. I don't know.
Yeah, I know Cassie and I picked custom esoteric class.
Nowadays, anyone can just make one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and mine was custom achievements.
And what was the actual answer?
The actual answer was Agent Shuffle has never made a custom esoteric class on any brand.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait,
right,
so
I got fooled.
That's a lie. So
So wait, Cassie and I actually got it right this time?
You got it right.
Cassie and you actually got it right, yeah.
Damn.
Fuck yeah, let's go.
Yeah. Which means that they've never got an article downvoted is the truth.
Wow. Oh, wait, hold on. I thought we were going for what the truth was.
No, it's two truths and a lie. You're going for what the lie was. So the lie was I have created my own esoteric class.
You know what?
So,
that was my bad. I keep confusing which one's the truths and the lies. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I guess we do ours now. Mine.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So first one, I use a Dvorak keyboard instead of QWERTY. Dvorak is an alternative keyboard set that was designed basically to be more efficient for computers in the modern day, as opposed to the typewriter keyboard that we use mostly.
I believe that.
I cannot sleep unless there's absolutely no light in a room. Meaning not exactly no light, but like almost completely dark. And a doll that hangs from the ceiling is a permanent fixture in my home. Which two are the truths and which one's the lie?
I'm gonna go with number 2 as the lie. Now, you don't tell us yet. We'll do the answer next week when we have. We'll do the answer next week when we have Amanda McKnight on. But I'm gonna go with number 2. You cannot sleep unless there's absolutely no light in a room is a lie.
What about you, Nolan?
I'm trying to weigh my options. A doll hanging from the ceiling will probably be mine. Because it just feels... I don't know. In my opinion, it feels way too creepy to have that. But
it feels way too Jewish to not be true. That's where I'm going with it.
If you want the truth, there's nothing in Judaism that says you have to have a doll hanging from your ceiling in any capacity.
No, okay.
No, there's nothing religious about the doll if it is true.
Oh, so there's also the cultural side of Judaism that you guys do some weird things too.
Neither cultural,
Okay.
Nothing related to Judaism.
All
if
right.
it's true.
Wow.
I still think that's true.
Wow. Way to be anti-Semitic, Kelsey.
I'm not trying to be anti-Semitic. I'm sure that Yossi would say, "Listen, you guys who grew up evangelical, y'all do some weird fucking shit," and he would be absolutely goddamn correct.
Everybody knows
this
that.
whole eating the flesh and blood of Jesus. That feels kind of weird to me. It feels like a sarkic thing. If you told me there's this group of people that sit down every week to eat the blood and flesh of their god, I'd be like, yeah, I know about sarcasm. I read about it on the Wikipedia. With chanting and stuff, like,
as part of the ceremony. Yeah,
that seems like a pretty sarkic thing to do.
It's fucking bizarre, isn't it? Yeah.
I love Grigori's work, but I think it's a little too on the nose.
Yeah, and arguing with it, which is like, Orthodox Jews have curly hair. Certain Christians just like thinking that they're devouring the real flesh and blood of their god. It's not that big of a deal.
It's not that big of a deal. I mean, just your average. Give me a sec. Sunday, just your average Sunday.
Yeah.
Or Saturday, depending on whether you're Jewish or not.
Well, some Christian denominations actually hold Saturday as being the Sabbath instead of Sunday.
Those guys are fucking weird.
I mean, that's the day that Jews keep, Saturday.
Yeah, if there's any Seventh Day Adventists listening, I apologize for that's fucking weird. Like, you guys are fucking weird.
I mean, Mormons also think that.
So I don't tell you until after the recording which one of those was the lie.
You don't tell us until next week. Agent Shovel didn't tell me until like an hour ago.
Oh, so do I just keep that a secret for the whole week, or do I just tell you as soon as it's done?
For 2 weeks, you keep it a secret.
Oh, damn.
And you message us.
All right.
10 o'clock.
Remind me though. I'm probably going to forget.
I will. Yeah, I'll shoot you a DM on Friday, and then again on Sunday afternoon. Like, hey, just a few hours.
All right.
Every time.
Sounds good.
So
is that the final segment, or is there more to it?
That is the final.
Yeah.
All right.
And now we get into the closings.
All right.
Yeah. We'll drop that on our socials. Leave us a comment and tell us what you think. And we'll find out the answer next week when we have... Who are we having on?
Amanda McKnight.
Oh.
Never heard of them.
Ooh. She's not an author. She's a voice actor.
Oh.
So I don't know if you've ever listened to SCP Unredacted, the audio adaptations that I did of Rounderhouse's Gold.
I have not even read Gold Proposal yet. I've been meaning to.
Oh, really?
I keep apologizing to Rounder. I want Rounder to publish a book so I can read it all over Sabbath. Because we can't use electronics. So I want to have like a physical copy of Rounderhouse's works as like a book, so I can read through them like by next to a fireplace.
Yeah, didn't someone
5001?
Yeah, didn't someone like make a sort of like at least a concept of like what the book
Rounderhouse's book would look like?
Yeah, for the red
person who
tape
made
cannon.
that was Rounderhouse.
What? Oh, fuck. God damn it!
That's why I want to read one of Rounderhouse. I want Rounderhouse to publish a book already because I love his work, and like I just love to be able to hold his works in my hand and just read through all of it as like one solid piece, like a la Quantum or Harry Blank. Because I could read Harry Blank's works. The Breach Goes on the wiki because they're free, but I purposefully buy them as books on Amazon. Because I love being able to physically hold his works and just read through them. It's like it's great for Shabbos. It's great for like I get to read them all in like an actual physical setting, like a real proper book. It's great.
You should pester Rounderhouse to come to Smooth Cadence Productions and have us do all of the work to publish one of his or all of his writings.
I've been mildly peer pressuring him. To publish a book once he finishes all his writings in that series.
That's what we do.
Unfortunately, it might be a while, might take a bit. He says it's probably won't be ready for like at least another year, but when it does, I'm first in line, baby.
Hell yeah!
No, fuck you! I'm getting first in line. I'm reading
you can try.
No, I am reading his take on the Sarkics. Okay, that shit is my bread and butter.
If he publishes through me, then I will have first take because I'll be the first one to hold the proof in my hand.
I mean, he's right. So,
come on, Rounder, come on. I know you. Who am I kidding? Rounder doesn't fucking watch this show.
You'd be surprised. I'll just tell him that he's mentioned and to watch the whole thing.
Oh, I bet he will.
Hi, Rounder.
Hey, buddy.
Just him listening to a 2-hour episode of being like, when are these motherfuckers going to tell me my name?
We did mention him earlier when I made the House of Leaves parody about him.
We did right at the very beginning.
Yeah. I just picked a random person, but I'm kind of glad I picked Rounderhouse in hindsight.
Yeah. It'll work. Man, if Rounderhouse, I'm telling you, if Rounderhouse jumps on the publishing train, there is no stopping that motherfucker. Let's do it, Rounder. Let's do it. Come on. We can start with some I know you want to publish some of your Wanderer's Library shit. I know you do.
Now, let's move on to listener mail. Guys, do we have any mail this week?
No, of course we don't have mail. We never have mail. You're a fool for even asking if we have mail.
Well, that's just a fact.
You fool! It is a fact. And that means that's all we have for this week. Thank you all so much for joining us. Remember, patrons like Oni Mask Productions get more content at patreon.com/SCP Weekly. It's totally worth $2. And your support helps us create original content and keep the lights on. This week's Slowgramming was Phantom Power, The Afterlife. Find it at soundcloud.com/slowgramming. Intro and outro music was Common Sense by Elijah N. The Deepwell was SCP-7964, RIP, by Narachu and performed by SiriusBacon. Thanks to Yossi for lying to us. Thanks to our sponsor, Dado's You Come to Dado Go. SCP Weekly is distributed by Smooth Cadence Productions. SCP Weekly is not affiliated with the SCP Foundation Wiki, and as such, the opinions presented in this program are our own and do not necessarily reflect those of the Wiki or its staff. Thanks to our staff writers, Montague, etc., and Hawk77, Hawk77X, however the fuck you say that. We appreciate it, fellas.
Music is provided by Epidemic Sound.
It is. Content relating to the SCP Foundation, including the SCP Foundation logo, is licensed under Creative Commons Sharealike 3.0, and all concepts originate from the SCP Wiki and its authors. This recording being derived from this content is also released under Creative Commons by Sharealike 3.0. Until next time, I'm Kelsey.
I'm Cassie.
And I'm Nolan, the K is silent, and this has been SCP Weekly.
What do we go out with? Everyone always asks, what do we go out with? Nobody ever asks.
Who we go out with.
Everyone always asks why the Riddler, but nobody asks how is the Riddler.
Is the thing over now, or are we still going?
Oh yeah,
it's going, yeah.
I mean, the recording's still going, but the show's over.
How we go out.
Anyways, I want to say, as a representative of the anti-harassment team, my opinions are reflective of SCP Wiki staff, and I just want to say that as a representative of SCP Wiki staff, all of us believe that O.J. Simpson is innocent. He did not commit the crimes that he did, and that's an opinion represented by everyone in staff. I am an official representative of staff.
What an odd thing to feel the need to announce.
Last week Cassie and I tried to get us canceled, and Yossi, you're probably the one who's going to do it.
Wow, yeah.
Well, you said that the thing's over, so I'm like, well, might as well go out with a bang.
I'll edit that right up to the point where I was like, and as such, the opinions presented in this program
yeah, that's what I was commenting on.
He's like, actually.
I'm not actually on HT anymore. I left HT a while ago. I am on staff though, so hopefully nothing there is legally binding.
Well, he said the words. He said nothing are our own and reflecting necessarily the wiki or its staff. He said the words.
Was that scripted?
Yeah.
The whole episode was scripted? You mean everything I was saying was scripted?
Yeah, you know that?
Oh my god.
Yeah,
my life's a lie.
Montague, etc. wrote your lines. What are you talking about?
Oh my god. I think on the topic, I should be talking about my opinions on the Israeli-Palestine conflict.
Oh, that'll go over super well.
Yeah, that's going to go over a lot better than Nolan's opinion on 72-month abortions.
I believe that we should slaughter everyone in the Middle East, regardless of their ethnicity or their religion. And then bathe the entirety of the Middle East in nuclear hellfire.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely at the very least, it's white people's favorite pastime is watching brown people kill each other in other countries.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, if we can't do it,
we should start with Britain. Move everyone from Britain into the Middle East. Don't nuke it, but there's going to be a lot of radiation, so watch all their skin melt off.
Yeah,
it'll be a fun pastime.
It's just a matter
for
of
everyone
time.
Here in the civilized world to watch the those Brits melt. No one here is British, right?
No.
Okay, good. Okay,
because look, if we can't kill brown people, then the least we can do is make them kill each other.
No, what I was going to say is that's our favorite pastime is watching brown people kill each other in other countries. It's just a matter of how long can we stand letting them do it themselves before we have to jump in and do it for them.
Exactly.
It's just a matter of time.
God.
We gotta cut all this out. We gotta edit all this out.
I am not affiliated with either of these individuals. I am a guest on this show. I've done nothing wrong. All opinions expressed previously beforehand were fictional materials made for a character that goes by the same name as me. All of that was fake. I am not the character I pretend to be on television.
He said He said Kelsey got a little too close to the goddamn truth.
Yeah. I was gonna say, Yossi, it's the American government. You really think they have a problem killing minorities?
And I didn't pick out any particular country. I just said brown people in somewhere else.
Not gonna help you if get Rounder House on Book Deal.
Yeah, it was probably.
Two on a tightrope, on, off, and on again, clinging to slight hope, on, off, and on again. If I'm a snowstorm, you're driving into me, it's keeping us warm, on, off, and on. I've lost my head in my common sense, but we already know. Oh my, we are too intense, but I don't wanna know. No rest for the one, no kidding, we will drown. Damn, it'll be fun. I'm telling you, my, we are too intense, but I don't wanna know. Sounds from a high post, follow the impulse. The future is unknown, and you will have your mind blown. Two on a tightrope, on, off, and on again, clinging to slight hope, on, off, and on again. If I'm a snowstorm, you're driving into me, it's keeping us warm, on, off, and on. I've lost my head in my common sense, but we already know. Oh my, we are too intense, but I don't wanna know. No rest for the one, no kidding, we will drown. Damn, it'll be fun. I'm telling you, my, we are too intense, but I don't I've lost my head in my common sense, but we already know. Oh my, we are too intense, but I don't wanna know. No rest for the one, no kidding, we will drown. Damn, it'll be fun. I'm telling you, my, we are too intense, but I don't wanna
Do you ever have one of
So-
those days where just like it feels like you haven't drank water in like a week and you're just like, I need the refreshing goodness of this cold, clear
It's-
thing?
It's called tequila, yeah.
Today was that day, but it was water, and so I'm feeling the after effects from it. So I'm gonna go do that thing again, and I'll be right back.
Okay. You doing okay, Cassie?
Mostly asleep.
I get
Very
that.
tired.
Same. Since Kelsey's not here, can I tell you a secret?
Sure.
I'm glad you exist.
Aw, is that my Christmas present?
Yeah, it's the only thing you're getting.
That's fine. Can I tell you a secret?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Well, we didn't get canceled after last week, so Must not have been that bad.
Yeah.
We just gave each other our Christmas present.
Oh yeah.
Mm. So where's ours, Kelsey?
Yeah.
Where's yours? For me? Oh, shit.
Having a great script written for us is not.
Hey
count.
there. That
Nope.
what really?
No.
No,
Wow.
because he didn't write it. He didn't
I
write
didn't
the
write it
script.
at all. No, but
Yep,
I went. I went and got a writer for you. I went and got a writer to make you funny. Oh my god.
Oh, so you're just gonna hurt my feelings? Is that it?
I don't know. You're the one that said you wanted to be funny.
Merry
so
Christmas.
now you're just gonna act like I haven't been carrying this show on my back
Like
the whole
Tin
time.
Man that wanted a heart. I got you funny in the form of 2 staff writers. Here you go.
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's just pretend that I haven't been carrying this show on my back.
Oh god, I imagine your back is fucking sore by now, man. Holy shit.
I got fucking scoliosis and shit.
Oh my god. My version of you being
degenerative
obsessed.
disc.
Your face is a degenerative
Yeah.
disc.
Your version
on.
of obsession, what?
My version of obsession with with the musical for Epic is there's this musical called The Ninth Hour, and it's about Beowulf.
Oh, yes, I know that.
And they, not too recently at this point, released their whole studio album. And if you look it up on YouTube, have you watched the play?
I have not seen the whole play. I have
whole thing
listened to specific songs on repeat.
They have the whole their one of their first live appearances with actors and them acting and not just singing in a concert type of situation is on YouTube, and it's remarkable. And I am obsessed with it. I can't get anybody to watch it with me.
Oh, we
It's
had to
so
have a
good.
watch party.
Yeah. The
It's
mother
so
song.
good.
The mother song I
she's
have
okay.
on repeat. No, not like the one where she sings, but it's like where the son is like
Yeah.
dying and he's singing to her about
Lullaby.
yeah, lullaby. That's it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that song is fucking heart wrenching. Very sad for the monster. I love the monsters.
Sympathy for the monster.
Mhm.
Sympathy for the devil.
Yeah, basically Godzilla. Especially, have you guys seen the new Godzilla movie?
I was just gonna say.
No,
I
my
haven't
siblings
seen it
saw
yet,
it,
but
and like one of my siblings was like, "This is the best thing ever," and the other one was like, "It sucked. I knew it was gonna suck before I even went, and it sucked as bad as I thought."
No,
it
that
that
sibling
one,
has no taste in
that's
anything.
Okay.
that sibling has zero taste. They have zero good taste.
Okay.
The
No, it's
website-
fucking. No, the movie is
Tell
just
me.
The movie's phenomenal. It's entirely set in like post World War II Japan, like a few years after the war
Like
ends.
immediate post.
Yeah. Centered around this veteran of the war who originally was set to like be a kamikaze pilot, but he didn't go through with it, and he's kind of kept
Don't tell
that.
me. Nope, that's too much.
No, that's not it.
Spoilers.
I haven't
Spoilers.
even seen a trailer for it.
Yeah, you can't spoil the
No.
plot
No.
for Cass.
I'm
I
not
don't wanna
spoiling
know
the plot.
anything about it.
I'm just gonna say Godzilla in this movie is genuinely fucking terrifying, but you
Oh,
also
good.
can't help but you feel bad for Godzilla. You
I
feel
bad
terrible for the
Godzilla.
humans.
Have you seen what this bitch has been through?
No, but this movie like really goes through with it because it's
Always
like
sympathize with Godzilla.
this movie is like if they made a film about 682.
Really? Like what
Because
will we
he's-
actually
because
do
this
to the
isn't-
thing in
yeah,
order to
because
get
it's
rid
like-
of it?
Yeah, because this isn't really like a spoiler, but it's like Godzilla is
really
constantly.
Kinda counts. Nope. Isn't
No.
really. Could be.
No, it's
for
not.
Me. For
I'm
me,
not-
It could
no.
Be. Yes.
No, because when
Counts
you
as what?
first see Godzilla, it's not Godzilla what you think. It's like
Don't tell me what I'm gonna see.
all I'm gonna say.
No, that's what's happening.
No,
I
listen.
don't.
You know what? No, fucking take off your headset. Okay, good. Okay, Kelsey.
I'm okay with spoilers. Spoilers don't bother me.
Good.
Spoilers bother this one.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Okay, good. Because what I'm saying is,
okay, can we tell Cassie she can come back now?
Yeah.
Cassie, you can come back. We're done. Hi.
Is it safe?
Have I told you you look younger every time I see you?
No, and flattery gets you nowhere. Because I don't want to look younger. I want to look older. I don't like you younger. I worked really hard to be fucking 40 in a month.
No, you're a young MILF. That's what we know.
And wait a second, what?
What?
That's a lie. That's
a
lie.
What did you say?
I said you're a young MILF, and Kelsey's like, that's a lie.
No, I'm a properly
40 in a
aged.
month.
I'm a
40 in a month is a lie.
MILF. No, it's not.
No, that's a lie.
Yeah, it is. I'm
I mean, you can either be older than me or that's a lie.
I've been telling everybody I'm 40 for like the last 2 years. So last week I was like, "Oh yeah, so I'm gonna be."
No, you're
I'm
39.
actually gonna be 40 this time. Yep.
You're 39.
That just reminds me of
84.
That reminds me of
You're
that,
not older than me.
This fucking one scene from Dragon Ball Z Abridged.
You're not older than me.
How? I thought we established I was older than you.
I was born in 82.
You're the one who said I was older. I thought you were in your late 30s.
I thought you were 41 going on 42.
No wonder I look good. Oh yeah, you're not a day over 39.
You're literally not.
We'll talk about that tequila again later, Kelsey.
Yeah, well, we
God.
should.
All right. I need to go to bed. So
that was a good thing to realize.
We're gonna do this.
Yeah,
let's do this.
One take.
Let's do this.
The whole script.
Are we waiting? Are we telling Yossi to wait until we get to his
Yossi's in the waiting room. Yeah, Yossi's in the waiting room.
Well, we've got a long way to go.
We got this.
All right. Ow, my face hurts.
I'm a
Stop. Okay,
energy,
I do not
energy,
use giggles.
Energy.
It's not a tumor.
Get to the
9mm bullets.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?